Welcome back to RuneScape League's Catalyst. We've got some bossing to go do in a whole bunch of different places. But first, things we've been working on in the background for next time. Doing a bunch of archaeology stuff. Ended up, because of reasons, getting construction to 50 million XP. So that got us 200 points. And then we're also needing to get these books out of the inventory. And that is 50 million archaeology XP for 200 points. That's pretty good. Nice big chunks of XP here. Between this and other things, we'll be worrying about that later. So that gets us to 61,330 points. If we want to get all the rewards, which we do, that number needs to be like 63,500. So we just need 2,000 and a few points here. And with all the different bosses we can go fight, that should be doable. Time for an upgrade, which could, in theory, help us. It's the Ring of Death. Got an Onyx, got a Hydrix, made the ring, enchanted it. That'll do something. Also just has better stats, which is also nice. Poke Goblin. A few more goblins. And there is 200 points for 50 million strength XP. And 200 points for 50 million attack XP. And 200 points for 50 million defense XP. That is 600 points. Again, getting us ever closer. Now, we can actually go bossing. Starting off nice and easy with some barrows. Here is a Guffin's Helm. Equip that. That's a piece of Barrow's armor for 30 points. And then, like, one chest later, and there is an Arab's Wand. Equip that. And that is a Barrow's weapon. No? Doesn't count? Has to be a two-handed one? Sure. One more chest will do it. There is a Verax Flail. The real deal. For 30 points. There's a whole bunch of tasks here at Barrows. Do more Barrows. Do entire each of the sets. And then also Acrosay and Linza, which apparently wasn't even changed in drop rate, so it's incredibly rare. Really, really not worth worrying about. Especially since we are so far past the gear. Really nice drop rates, though. So that's fun. We spent all that time making these necromancy weapons, so might as well make use of them here. Back in the fight kiln. Again. We want the more. It is necromancy power. Still don't have any necromancy like armor, so we just have the war priest, but you know, that's something. At least we have a cape, and the cape is worth 80 points. That's pretty good. Did mostly necromancy there, just the spear for dealing with the dills and stuff. A little bit slower than our just melee with all the boosts and everything. Range and magic might be a little bit worse though. But we can go get some stuff to help with that. Over at Kriara, where we really needed the necromancy here. Melee doesn't hit, even though they're literally walking on the ground here. And there he is. Defeat Ithikawa's dungeon boss 250 times. Total bosses. Trying to get some drops here. Just pretty much just AFK in here with the necromancy and the 100% prayer that also is soul split. It's pretty good. Works nicely. Here is kill number 100 for 100 Kriara kills for 80 points.
For whatever reason, it's the only God Wars 1 boss that has the specific 100 kills. There's just the 250 total kills for everybody. Well, that's enough of that. In terms of loot that we got from that, we got a whole bunch of War Priest, 2 bucklers, a hilt, another God Sword shard. Still don't have all of those, so can't make a God Sword still. And in the armor department, we got boots and 2 helmets, and that's it. So, in terms of getting full Armadillo for that task, that is not going well. I'm going to go get some different ranged armor instead. The Queen Black Dragon will give us what we need for that. We got some potions, we got some prayers. Quick instance encounter. Let's just get in there. We still have a Kriara timer up here for some reason. Very strange. Anyways, 2 things we don't have here are a anti-dragon shield because we have the super anti-fires. We also haven't done the quest to make the dragon fire hit less, but I think we'll be fine. In terms of health, the Queen Black Dragon does not have any health. So we'll just smack it down. Summon the captured souls. Dodge out of the way or not, doesn't matter. You know, and this. Zipping around, melee and aim. Yeah, total health is really not a lot here. Over here. Back over this way. Yep, Queen Black Dragon. Not much these days. And there is 80 points for killing the Queen Black Dragon. Some combat tasks and things. Fun stuff. We did get the tier 2 combat stuff. Achievement thing. So we can now get into the God of War's dungeon bosses without kill count, but it doesn't really matter at this point. We get a Dragon Kite shield. That's fun. And some Royal Dragon Hide. Gonna need just a little bit more to make Royal Dragon Hide armor. I did technically have a whole bunch of Royal Dragon Hide from Royal Dragon farming earlier. But still, here is full Royal Dragon Hide for 80 points. That'll be good enough for ranging, along with the 2 pieces of Armadillo armor we got. At least, mostly-ish ranged fight kill. There is the Takar Axel. RuneScape. We also don't have the Avas, so we won't be saving ammo. We're just using the Sun Spear anyways, so it doesn't actually matter. There is 80 points. And since we're here, why not finish this? Down goes Harakan. Again. There's a task for even more Harakans. I have to see how many we're at. Not the main thing we're doing here. Takar Kalmej. Yes. Well, that is the last of the kill capes. Put it on. And get 80 points. Ta-da. Alright. Next boss up, it's the Dagadoth Kings. Bringing the War Priest every style system. Sun Spear for magic and ranged. So, that'll work. Private encounter. Fastest respawn. Let's get down in here. Fight stuff. In an order. Should work in theory. There is some fun methods you can do with having like a Sarah Sword, EOF for magic attacks, and a Steel Titan, and all that kind of stuff. We're just gonna make things easy on ourselves here by just switching between what we need to. 30 points for one Dagadoth King kill. And we just switch between all of them.
can switch to ranged quickly. When it's in the inventory, it has a confirmation screen for switching, but when you wield it, you can just automatically switch. That's a pretty good time. I'm gonna switch to the prayer, that'll help. Get some loot. Should all be good. A couple things we would like to get from here, which would be fun. I don't think we need to worry about changing the protection prayer either, since we have the whole soul splint. We switch to that, we switch to this. Swing around. 80 points. Defeat all the Diamond Kings without leaving. Yep. That is, in fact, very doable. Let's look at our loot here too. Switch to magic. Magic. Alright. More clue scrolls, some bowstrings. Try to get some actual drops here. There's 50 million ranged XP. That's technically we're ranging some stuff. Did have that as a plan from the Wilderness Flash events, but we're already done. That's nice. And switch to magic, keep fighting things. Also already got one of the rings. Warrior ring. Well, that's 80 points. Neat. Alright. So yeah, with the 50 million range XP, that is all combat skills 50 million XP. Which means we don't need to worry about that anymore. Ever. Another 50 mil. We got a lot of 50 mils. There's a few more in the future. Later, though. We just need to get some more drops here. 30 points for defeating 100 Dagonoth Kings. And we also got some drops along the way here. Got some stuff. You can find the special attack button. There it is. Dragon Hatchet. Special attack. That's 80 points. Unfortunately, it's not going to really accomplish what we needed to do here. The theory here was we would fight the Dagonoths and get some rings. We got some rings. We have Berserker rings, Warrior rings. But in order to get more points, we need all the rings. Should be like a 1 in 20 something. So in theory, we would have gotten it from 100 kills, but apparently not. Haven't gotten the Archer or Seer's ring here. So that's something we could do if we wanted to. Also have a Circle Bow. Well, that is nothing. Oh well. We got other options. Trying to go for drop rates at this point. A little bit RNG. Moving up the scale a little bit here. Let's fight a Raxor. I'm gonna bring out the Elder Overlord salves here for this one. We have 5 of these, so 30 doses in total. That should be fine. Enter the entrance. Immediately start burning things. Can't do that yet. Immediately start burning things. Spider. Alright. What style are you gonna be that I can protect 100% from? Range, maybe? This should be very, very doable. Especially at only 0% in range. Could probably try to get out of things and not get stuck and everything. But we should be fine. Just be aware of not killing ourselves. There is mechanics here, to be sure. And burn done. I'll just sit back and wait for the burn to actually be done. Have a whole web there, that's fine. There's a lot of stuff to get from Araxor, which we're not going to worry about. Specifically, because we already have everything we would need for that. Alright. Next phase, darkness. Where's the light? Light over here? Light over here? Light over here. Just taking a bunch of darkness damage. That's fine. Some eggs to blow up, preferably. I use a little bit of food here. Well, that's okay. That's what we brought the food for, at least. Prayer still works though, so that's nice. Boop. Okay. Alright, someone's coming. Magic prayer. There's definitely quicker ways to do things. Well, that's okay. Might take multiple tries here. Half, good enough. And darkness, we can see things. Spiders are gonna come out. I guess we could heal off the spiders, so we have that going for us at least. That's spiders. Magic. Ranged. Did the wrong one again, but that's fine. Still get 50% wall health. Changes and stuff. But anyways, let's get into the next bit here. Speed through the rest of this. In theory. What are you trying to do? Want to do anything with the poison bits? Hear about that? They exist. Lure the spider over here. Or whatever. Prayer. Absorbing the spider. Something. Maybe it's acid in this phase is less than the Arax C phase or something. Doesn't really matter. We're doing fine. Araxor. Acidic. Luckily, path 1 isn't open right now, so I don't need to worry about the mirrorback spiders at least. That's at least something. Done. Araxor in the past. We got drops and stuff. Prayer. Other prayer. Other prayer. Other prayer. Send in light. The light is on top of the attacks, so it's harder to see. Neat. And now the wave. We're gonna win before it even gets here. 200 points. Defeat Araxier and defeat Araxi. 200 points. Also got a competent speed killer one. Great. Search the body. Get some Sirenic scales. Oh boy. Plenty of points to be had here. Making all the noxious weapons. We kind of really didn't need that. We only got the Lightning Chaos Spear, which is basically a noxious halberd with poison. So, just straight up better in every way. Well, that's alright. Another boss. How about some Telos? Put the thing in the thing, go into the place with the stuff. There's Telos. Jump to platform, roots. Just start with a 0% here. Start, fight, jump down, potions, fighting, Telos. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. 100% protection prayers. But again, there's also mechanics. And we don't really have the strongest stuff, unfortunately. As much as we have the whole League's business going down, it's really not as much as it could be. And we didn't get the do more damage tier 7 relics anyways, so. Do that. Next phase. Probably really just kind of cheese through 0% rage. More we might need, actually more. We will see. Stand in a beam, always a good time. Hold still. Stun, get jumped on. I'd try to avoid some of that. Would be a thought. There's mechanics and things. Got sweeping things, got doing stuff. Yep. Yeah, here. This is damage, take an end out. That's fine. Turn the source, do some damage, go. And then it's on to phase 3. Generally works. Generally works. Okay. I got this whole bar thing to keep it between the things and the stuff and fight the things and things. There's some magic that happens. Get the magic prayer going. Protect us from all that. Okay. Let's get in the beam here, I think. Or something. Yeah, I was going the other way. I was going too far the other way. Trying to avoid some of that. Yep. Ow. Right for magic. Finish the phase. There you go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's get down to phase 4, shall we? With anima fonts and stuff. And things. Right. Should be great. Fight the stuff. Activate the things. Do the stuff. Heal off of the stuff with the stuff. Try and fire an anima bomb. Luckily, we're right here. Well, hold still. Guess then you actually dodge that, preferably. Well, you know, do what we can here. Spin around. Fighting stuff over when you fight over stuff over to here. Heal off of the little minions too. That also works. Charge it up. Do the thing. There you go. Much power. Ow. Really should have like a shield or something for some of these. You know. It's whatever over here. Heal up a bit. Get the minions. Charge the thingy. It's a system. It's a system. One thing we need to maybe not worry about is learning more bosses right now. With just moments left in this whole business. We can get through this at least. There is Telos defeated. Yay. Alright. And since it's only 0%, that is actually the end for 80 points. There you go. Okay. Here's 100% Telos. Going into phase 5. Totally done this before. At least once. Maybe twice. Don't really do much bossing. It's a problem. The guys, we got things, we're running around. Now we're over here. Rocks falling. Ow. What's got a debuff or something? Stream cleansing us. That's nice. Totally know what's happening. Just win before the insta-kill shows up. That's good enough for me. Because that is 200 points. Defeat Telos at 100%. Amazing. I get some dark tips. Okay. There are more tasks for, like, 500% and 1,000 or something. But I feel like we would just explode there. We lack the skill and the actual things to make us actually stronger. To actually get through that quickly and easily. We're just not going to worry about that. And that also technically gets us to the points we need to be at. But there are a few other things boss related I want to go do, so let's just do a few more things. Why not? Here's the Calphite Queen. I'm sure it's gonna be great. If we can actually hit through the prayers, we won't need to switch to the Sun Spear, but we'll see. Full prayer, partial prayer, lots of different things. Poke. No, looks like full immunity. Wild. Alright. Magic. We don't have the air runes. Alright, switch to range. Look at us being prepared here. Got 100% accuracy, even in full masterwork melee armor. Good enough. Another Calphite Queen. Yeah. Well, that is some combat achievements, I guess. And more combat achievements. And 30 points. One boss we can defeat with only our spear here is the Corporeal Beast. The Lightning Cannon Spear is, shockingly, a spear. So it actually does work here. Very effective. Very cool. Full damage. And all that. That's nice. Yeah, we did the quest to get this unlocked just for the Wilderness Diary for experience, so since it's here, might as well. I'm not gonna get, like, the shields or anything. Just gonna get 80 points. How about a Carapac kill? Or kind of a kill. It's got the whole thing with the needle and the staff and time and all that business. Carapac. How's it going? Also has mechanics and running around and lightning and time warps and a whole bunch of stuff. You've been stunned. Eh. Normal, not hard mode. That's a whole separate thing too. Spin, 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 spin. Win, 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 win. Put your place. Rude. Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? We don't know what's happening. It's a problem. Come on. Off me. Jumping again. Missed it again. Oh, we're doing fantastic. Doesn't need no damage. Just need to skip all the mechanics. Witness the power of the staff. I'm witnessing it. Looks pretty good. Time stuff. Here comes the lightning. Alright. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of lightning. Phase 2. No, over here. He's over there. I'm stunned. Avoid some of that or whatever. Mechanics and stuff. Here. Your place. Oh no, not this. Come on, stop it. We can kind of dodge it. Just need to time it right. Which we don't. But you know, it's something. Heal back up with our everything we got going on here. Our staff, lightning, double lightning situation. Let's dodge that. And then dodge it again. Phase 3! There is this whole time business to try to do something with. Or not. Also an option. Gonna tear right through us. Multiple directions. Stunned. Magic. Doesn't do too much damage. Just need to worry about the whole jumping and stomping business. Oh, that was a rant. There we go. Dodge that one. And not that one. Good enough. Now we're done with that. We should be fine. Yep. This is the power of the staff. Oh, there's a lot of lightning right there. I love that for us. Dodging around. Having a good time. The other lightning's gonna be coming. It's fine. Dodge that too. Alright. Something like that. Only actually good would be good. Anyways. We got a combat achievement for that somehow. And 80 points. And some loot. Hooray. Here's the boss. We're simply just not going to deal with right now. The Cowfight King. It's wonky mechanics and perma-stuns and one-hits. Like that. Death Touch Darts. That we purchased from the traveling merchant. Let's see if we can get any actual drops here. We got sharks. Yay. We got a whole bunch of sharks. A whole bunch of sharks. Some U seeds and some Snapdragon seeds. Unfortunate. If we got a Drygore, that could have been some points. Oh well. Let's wrap up this whole bossing business with one run of the Dragonkin Laboratory. Normal mode, I guess. Necessary? Probably. Don't think you would get the actual points in a task and achievement and things for winning in story mode. So, I need to guess we can get through here. And the bosses. First boss of the dungeon. Astellarn. There's mechanics in here with orbs and places and black holes and stuff. Let's see how we do this. There's a pulsar. Stop pulsing. Not loud. Very rude. Exploding all over the place, doing typeless damage. We're standing in the rain. Let's not do that. Now we're in the black hole. Look at that. It's a wormhole. Close enough. Bring the star into the hole or something. Heal myself. Now, that's a white hole. Now we are powered up or something like that. How much I've done this? Maybe never. Story mode for the one quest that requires the elite dungeons, but beyond that, not really. Really just never gotten into higher level bossing, really. Hasn't really been necessary. Between only the drops are good for doing more bossing, and also the fact that I'm mostly working on a Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man that's currently stuck in 2010. Traveling through time. Really have not gotten to that point yet. In any way, shape, or form. That's alright. We're doing incredibly decreased damage. Great. Just finish it. End the suffering indeed. There you go. We didn't take too much damage from the rain, apparently.
In terms of actual drops and stuff, there's some cool stuff in here, if we were so inclined. Second boss of the dungeon. We got Veracliff. We got eggs. We got pillars or something. Kind of a very similar thing as the wilderness event King Black Dragon business. Shouldn't be our feet. Fight the spiders. Win the game. Something like that. Nice chunk of health. Would always be better with stronger abilities and things. Poison ricochets high into the air. Get by the poison. Go into the A with the poison. Neutralize it. Or something. Fantastic. That's it. Range distance. Feet. So you're hit by it. I don't know. Going through here with the prayer being the only thing we really have going for us here. Mostly gets the job done. Dragons dive bombing. Don't. Rude. Yeah. This is basically the fight. There's gonna be more pillars, more things. And we will do fine, probably. More spires and eggs. And some fiery tornadoes later. Here is Veracliff. Our first boss kill didn't count, as we had used the Death Touch Dart previously. But there is 2 times greater Fury ability codexes. Okay. That's the drop you want from here. Greater Fury. That is a thing. Is there a chest here? There it is. Look at that. One and done. Super easy. Barely inconvenience. There's a little boss guy here. Move, mini boss guy. I need to get into the chest to grab Greater Fury. This one is regular Fury. Should we upgrade to that? Is it an upgrade or is it just the same thing? These books. There's some tasks and stuff for fighting all the mini bosses in one of these dungeons or something. You have to get all the mini bosses to spawn though. That's a whole separate business. We'll look at some dungeoneering tokens though, so that's something. A little bit of dungeoneering in here, a little bit of XP. One way to train dungeoneering without training dungeoneering, I guess. There you go. You have 15,000 tokens. Not a huge amount. Search the chest. Grab one of our Greater Furies. Or I guess both of them, it's fine. Read Greater Fury. Unlock it. Yes. Look at that. Look how angry he is. So you can start with Unmatched Fury. Does some damage. The next melee attack is going to critically strike. Can definitely make use of that in specific situations. Neat. Last boss of the dungeon. Hopefully all these dragons don't come in and mess with us. Here is the Blackstone Dragon. Alright. Mechanics. We got shadows and pillars and fire tornadoes and running around. Should be great. Dodge some spikes. Always a good time. I think we managed to not have extra dragons in here. That's even a thing that can happen. So that's good. I'll take that. Yeah. Moss. Lots of shadowy stuff in the whole Elite Dungeons business. Ah, it comes. Another didn't. Black hands. I'd like to avoid that. Avoid the smaller hands too. Let's keep running around. Use forceful backhand against the black hand. Okay. Totally meant to do that. Don't you worry. Huh. That. Or are we even dodging? Hard to say. I'm gonna try to not dodge it. Man, that's one hand defeated. I'm gonna do all of them. Especially with the extra part towards the end of the fight where it flies all over the place. It's gonna take a little bit. Well, that's alright. We've got some time here. Kinda. Down goes the dragon. Black stone dragon, specifically. And that is a combat achievement thingy. And 200 points. And here come all the dragons that were outside. Hello. Did not get the ability book this time. Shouldn't have expected it either. What is some stuff? Bank all that. Got some stuff. Man. Bossing. We did some of it. There's still plenty of other things like the Ambassador and Zuck and Nakatra and a mascot and actually learning the Calphite King and doing 100 kills of pretty much everything and getting actual drops. But time is not on our side here. There's still a few things I'd like to do just to wrap things up. In terms of actually grinding for rare RNG stuff, probably not the best use of the time here. We have enough points, so any bonus we get is just points to just have for no reason, really. Don't even know if the rewards are tradable or anything. Anyways, that was definitely something. Finish up a few things, and everything ends. Next time. Goodbye.